Hello, good afternoon. It is 3:47 on January 9th, 2016. It is a Saturday, and I'm a little bit out of breath because I'm finishing up my little workout routine before I have to go to work here at 5 o'clock. Putting this one in a little bit early because last night's vlog, I was just done. I had to force it, and it was 2 in the morning when I did it. And I was just beat, and I want this one to be good. I want to have some energy and stuff. So what better time to do a vlog than right after getting done with a workout? Well, like I said, I went to bed at 2 a.m. I woke up at 9 a.m. and put the heat on. Immediately grabbed my phone and started checking texts and emails. I do that way too much. Went to the bathroom. Told myself to not do that with the phone. So I put the phone in my pocket, and I came back out here, and I realized I needed to do my daily practice. So I went onto my email to look for the email from Giovanni, and sure enough, she had sent me a new one with the same link and everything like that. So I filled it out and said it was a great day, it was going to be a great day. And my 3 wins from yesterday were 1, not waiting on my manager, but being able to take care of my manager and her friend Carol yesterday at P.F. Chang's. And 2 was to start studying music theory with KB, and to get done what I wanted to get done, which was my acting resumes. Get those all typed up and ready to go. So that was really, really cool. And then I put my intention for today to write out individual letters for the traffic violations, the parking violations that I have. And I was able to get that done today because I interned at CASD. And I was really apprehensive to intern today. I was almost just like, this entire week I've just been like, am I going to intern? Should I just quit? And I realized that while it's a comfortable place for me, and it doesn't totally seem like I'm getting a ton out of it, it really is an amazing place to meet people. It's literally like the equivalent of being in 7th grade in the Midwest and going to the mall and seeing all your friends from school. Because, just today I ran into a guy named Jude, who I took the Valerie Hubbard business seminar with, the Actors Fast Track. I ran into my old classmate, Zach, the young stud. I ran into, obviously, all the people that are at CAST, the interns and the managers and stuff like that, so that was really cool. And it was great for networking. And I was able to help a woman out with her self-tape named Cara Lee, and she was super grateful. And at first she seemed a little standoffish and stuff, but just through helping her get the self-tape that she was looking for, the self-tape audition she wanted, because I could have just put the camera in there, showed her how to do it, and then been like, you got to do it your own. But I said, I was like, hey, I thought to myself, she's gonna not do very well, and it's just gonna be tough for him. So I sat in there and helped him out, which I thought was just a no-brainer. And I ended up making Carol Lee feel really good, I guess. And she was very grateful once I had Will figure out how we were gonna take the videos and send them off and stuff. And Carol Lee was very grateful, and she said she was going to be back like an hour later for another audition. And I said, hey, if you want to bring some food back, by all means, go ahead and do it. And sure enough, she was like, well, there's food places up there if you want something. And she actually went out and got me a burrito. And I'm not big on taking stuff, but I was just like, I'm so hungry, like, go get yourself a burrito, get me one, and I'll pay for it, And she brought it back, and she just gave it to me and said it's on me and stuff like that, which I thought was super nice. And she was doing it because I took some time out of my day, even though it was my job, to help her out with her self-tape, and she was very appreciative of that. And I can't tell you how important that was to get that burrito. I know it sounds really stupid, but that burrito... And then I got released at 2 o'clock, so I could hang out. Knowing that I had some food, I was able to just relax and hang out for like 45 minutes talking to Franklin, and really just solidifying that friendship, and just talking to him about really awesome things that were inspiring. And I got to hang out with some of the other interns and stuff, and eating that burrito on the way home was amazing because it stuffed me up and made me realize, well, it didn't make me realize anything. It just made it so I didn't have to come home and focus on eating, as opposed to coming home and being able to do this vlog and being able to work out and take a shower and shave and do everything that I need to do. Because otherwise that hour would have been trying to find things around the house to cook up real fast and then rushing to shave in the shower. But now I get to just sit here and relax for a minute and feel good that I just got a little workout in, and be able to do this knowing I won't come home tired like I did last night to do it, which was a good feeling. I left the house around 10:25 today after waking up at 9. Man, I need to wake up earlier. Even if I get 7 hours of sleep, I need to just like pack it in and say, hey, I'm only going to get 3 or 4 hours and wake up earlier so I can get, I mean, maybe not that early, but you know what I mean, wake up at like 7 instead of 9, get 5 hours. Because Chris beat me to the shower, and then right after that, Miriam and Pedro came over, and I was still kind of getting ready, and not that I felt uncomfortable, but it was just, it's nice to be able to just, if I had accomplished what I meant to this morning, it would have been to get out of the house at the time I wanted to, which also would have coincided with not being there when everyone was here for Miriam's self-tape. But anyway, and then on the ride over, I'm listening to a great podcast by Derek Sievers on the Tim Ferriss show. Derek Sievers, if you haven't checked him out, definitely listen to him. I'm listening to the first one, and I saw there's a second one. I'll definitely listen to it, and I see why it's so good. It's a 2-hour one. Talks all about confidence. They talk about so many great books. Derek Sievers has so many just great snippets about life and action to take, and not just things not to do, but things to do. And he's really good at taking just basically like worlds of knowledge and condensing them into basically sentences. So it's one actionable thing instead of like having to listen to an entire argument on just that thing. Because if you can just take, basically something he says is, if you can take what the source is saying and just believe it, then you don't need to hear the argument, which is that's what a lot of books are. Books have one thing or maybe a few things to say, but they spend an entire book arguing it so you believe it. But if you can just believe it, then you don't have to read the entire book and or listen to all the stuff. You can just know. So that was a cool podcast. And at CAS I was able to get so much done. Probably the most I've ever gotten done, which was really weird. Not that the stuff I had to get done was that hard, and I really lucked out because all I had to do was help with one self-tape, but I was able to make my intention happen, which was to write individual letters for all the tickets, which was actually really easy to do, but to get them all ready to print out and get them ready to go, that'll be another thing. But just to make them was the number one thing, because all the other stuff I'm really good at. I'm really good at just doing busy work, but actually constructing stuff I need to work on. So I got those done. I made a reference letter to submit for approval for P.F. Chang's. That's huge. And now I just got to work on my work resumes, which will be really easy to do. I just need to download a Microsoft Word app. So that was really cool. And yeah, CAS was really cool today. And we're going to work it out to where I can stay there. I just got to do my makeups, and I just got to figure out, I'm going to do doubles, just hang out all day and do work. If I had those extra hours and I brought the food and stuff, I'd be able to get so much stuff done. Because honestly, by the time I leave on that 4-hour shift, usually I find some sort of groove to where when I have to leave, it's like, oh, well, now I'm just going to end this zone that I was in. So it was good. And now I'm going to head to work. It's going to be a great shift. I know I'm going to meet adversity. I know there's going to be mean people and people that are not happy, but if I know that going in, there's no reason why I have to get pissed off and complain about it. So it's going to be awesome. And yeah, and then when I come home, I'm going to get some sleep instead of have to bore you guys with a super tired vlog. Now you get this one with all the energy. And I'm super grateful for that. I'm super grateful for today. I can't wait for tonight and tomorrow and all the other days. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.